Hello lovelies, welcome back. We are finally getting started on Glinda's bustier corset thing. Don't really know what to call it. I'm gonna just call it a bustier corset because it's not exactly a corset where we are trying to move things around. Our goal with this garment is to hold everything in place and almost act like a bra without straps, if that makes any sense. It was really used in the play as a modesty aspect. So in musicals and plays, there are things called quick changes. Glinda specifically has a 45-second quick change out of the bubble gown into her first like schoolgirl outfit going to Shiz gown at the beginning of the show. And so as a modesty thing and also as a way to kind of like maintain and hold things up here to get everything on, she wears like a bustier-style corset. So you don't see any straps like from a bra strap or anything like that. So that's what we're attempting this week. I think this is the perfect time to head on over to the table and take a look at our materials. So I printed off this picture so I could see the seam lines and get a good idea of what I am looking for to make. I did purchase a pattern online that I will link in the description below, and I will show like a picture of what that pattern looks on here, what it's supposed to look like when it's all done. But we're basically looking at a line here, and then obviously this is like our cup and our top. This is a zipper in the front. And then, so since this is a zipper, this is a seam line. That is Eva. If you can hear that, I'm so sorry. This is a seam line. This looks like a seam line in the back, and there looks like there's something right here as well. That could be just a boning line. So this pattern I got has 6 panels, which I think is going to be perfect. The creator of this pattern also has a YouTube channel that I will link their video on making this below. So that's really helpful. And they also have a 3-part cup. So this is like that top part that's right here, and then the inner and outer. I think this is going to work really well. I'm kind of in between a medium and a large, so I'm going to cut out a large and make a mock-up with a large. I will make my mock-up actually just in regular cotton because I'm not sure, this isn't supposed to do a ton of modifications. This is really supposed to just support the bust, if you see it here, and then just be a modesty layer, so when she takes this dress off into the next one, she is modest. I'll show you what I purchased though. A zipper. This is 14 inches long. I forgot to mention for this pattern, I will have to lengthen it. First of all, I have a pretty long torso just to begin with, but also this only goes to like right, like this would cut off like right around here on her, and we can tell that this goes at least a little further. I'm gonna make mine go to like my belly button. That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna lengthen this to get it to my belly button. So I have my zipper, and I actually have 2 zippers, so I might use one in the mock-up and then one on it and then take out the mock-up later. I bought the German plastic boning. This is like the synthetic whale boning. I don't know that I'll use this. I also bought wriggling, so we'll see. I'll either use wriggling or this. I do have a lot more of this, but I just took this out for the purpose of filming. This is casing for my boning. I bought cups. In this pattern I purchased, I shouldn't need them, but I bought them. I also have ordered an underwire for this. I didn't have one before. I didn't think about buying one. So this will be my main fabric, and this is a corset mesh, and basically this is a bit stronger than like your typical tulle or whatever, but it is still see-through. This is corset mesh. I will link this in the description. And this is the lace I purchased. I figured there's no point in trying to get like screen accurate lace since this isn't a garment that people typically make. So I bought this just like I don't even know. I think I got this on Amazon. It's just a white lace and it does have a stretch to it, which kind of sucks. So I'm gonna have to work really hard at, I'll probably have to hand stitch this onto the corset lace and then flatline it, because the stretch is kind of a lot and we really don't want it, but it is only decorative, so it doesn't really matter as long as it looks good, because I don't want to have any bubbles like this. We'll worry about this though when we get there. I think now let's just cut out our pattern and start making our mock-up. Okay, so this is my mock-up. The first thing that I know for sure I have to do is make sure to put boning next to the zipper, as well as all of the places that it's at. This corset is not supposed to like take my waist in or like make me super skinny or whatever. It's really just like a bra with like some like, I guess like a better way to describe it is it's supposed to be like shapewear. So like it just holds your body in a certain position so that your costume can fit at all times, versus like pushing stuff down and up and whatnot. But it also is supposed to support your bust. And this is with an underwire, and I haven't sewn these in, so I'm going to just take it out and show you, like one of these pads. And I think that with the combination, so this is just the underwire, and this doesn't, this makes me nervous, I'll just say that. But when I add this back, and again, this will get sewn in and like attached properly, but I just, for the sake of the mock-up, I didn't want to stitch through it. That makes me feel a lot more like supported, but this makes me feel like I'm wearing a bra that and then some. So I just feel like I have, like, nothing is gonna change, I guess. Like, I ate a very good sized lunch and I fit into this, and I feel like if I were to eat a little bit of a smaller lunch, I would still fit in this, and this would still do what it's supposed to do, which is just like hold things here so other things can fit, but also it gives me a little bit of support in the back. I guess I just feel supported. I feel like I'm being hugged. You know that friend that comes and hugs you and like cracks your back and twirls you around? I feel like that. That's what I feel like. And I think that's what this should be. I feel really good in this. I think the only adjustment I would make is I know that I stitched the cups in further away than I needed to, so I could take those in just like a tiny bit and still be okay. I say the cups, like this part, this 3-piece part here. As for like all of this, I feel like this is good. I feel, like I said, I feel supported, and this is just my like zip tie plastics, or like my industrial, like it's not like boning plastic. It's like I bought a huge packet of plastic to be like mock-up plastic, and I'm still going through it. Oh, I have a mirror right here. Oh my gosh, I have a mirror right there, and this helps me see the mirror and talk to you. And this actually, oh, you know what, one issue I have, and this could just mean I need to be a little bit more diligent about sewing and how I sew my seams. On this cup, on this side right here, this seam lines up with this cup, but then on this one right here, it's like quite a bit off. It's like a 3/4 of an inch off. So if when I'm sewing or cutting my fabric on this next one, if I could just be a little bit better about getting these to line up, that would be great. But I think the 3-part cup is like way better than the 2-part cup that I sewed for my Sakizo gown, my Selkie dress. So I don't know, I'm really liking this. And this is also with something under it. Mind you, when I wear this for a costume or for Glinda, I guess, like not a costume, for Glinda, there's no shirt under it. Like there's not supposed to be anything under it. Although you guys know me, I'm probably gonna wear something under it. So yeah, I'm very, very, very happy with this. I am not going to make any adjustments to the pattern, but I am gonna make adjustments to the, like, put boning here, shorter zipper, sew these just a little bit closer so there is less of a gap here, like literally just a tiny bit closer. And yeah, I'm feeling good. Oh my gosh. Also, it's very strange, like, here, I'm gonna just, that's so easy. Sorry, that was a lot. That might have been too much. That it's so easy. So anyway, I guess I'm gonna cut out my fabric. this corset and how much I love it and how good I feel in it. I could have taken this top part in just a tiny bit more, but to be honest, it's so minuscule, and with how my body changes with running and training, like I could gain back a bunch of weight in the next couple weeks and then lose it all again. So having the gap is kind of like security, I guess. And if it gets more, I can always put cutlets in the like cups. I'm just gonna say it. This is the hardest corset I've ever made. It had so many little fiddly things that I had to think about before I started. For example, the fact that it's completely see-through, like having a way to combat the cups, finding a way to combat all of the like seams and keep them from being seen on the like outside, even though like on the inside they're perfectly clean because I added boning channels. If I didn't trim them down enough and like, you know, use pinking shears, they could be like the frayed edge could be seen because it's see-through, things like that. And then like also just managing the fact that it's lace. That was really hard. And cups. I've made like 3 attempts on doing a bodice with cups or like a bralette with cups, and they have all been like just completely unsuccessful. And I think it just goes to show that research is really important, and you can't really do too much research. Like, I guess once you start getting like too many conflicting ideas, then like slow down. I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with the research that I put into it. I'm really happy with the garment that I constructed. I feel really good, especially because this is, I haven't sewn in like since the beginning of November, so like 2 months, and it just feels really good to be sewing again, and it feels really good to have a like something to work towards. So I don't know, it's been a really good experience and a really great project. Okay, there's 2 things I would change, and if you guys have ideas on how I could combat this in the future, please let me know. Because I used a plastic zipper, the front is like warping. Like, it's not warping, but it's rippling. I did put boning on each side. I thought about changing out the plastic boning for steel. I'm afraid that's overkill for the type of corset this is, but I really hate the rippling. Like, it's really bad. This is also a plastic zipper. I could have gone with a metal zipper and it might have had a little bit more integrity. And also the fabric I used for the binding on the top and bottom, it's just a little too thin in my opinion, and so it was like a pain to hand sew. Yeah, that was about it. That's really all I would change. Like, even the lace, which I thought was going to be a pain to work with, like, because it's stretchy, really ended up being fine because of the mesh. I'm really excited and like I love this. So I guess I'm taking next week off of video because the petticoat is going to take at least 2 weeks to make. I've contemplated breaking it up into 2 videos. I'm not really sure if I am or not. I will post in the community tab to let you know if I do. So there will be no video next week so that I can focus on the petticoat, and then the week after there will either be a part 1 or just the whole thing of making Glinda's petticoat. If you would like to help support this channel and this project, I do have a Patreon. You can head on over to patreon.com/CaseyReneeCosplay. I post all of my work in progress and details and findings in real time over on the Discord channel attached to that. And I also will be giving one of the rewards for January through finishing this like whole costume is going to be all of the patterns I use. So this pattern won't be available because I purchased it but I will be making the petticoat, skirt, and bodice patterns available. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to my patrons. Really, like, your support is allowing this costume to happen. So thank you very, very, very much from the bottom of my heart. And also, like, thank you for encouraging me and, you know, just being there for everyone. Like, everyone that comments and shares their excitement for these projects. You are the real MVPs, so thank you very, very much. Like, subscribe, comment, all those things. I do like chatting with you all in the comments, so if you would like to comment below what you're working on or just like your thoughts about this project, please chat with me below. I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks, and until next time, may all your dreams come true. Oh, don't forget to pre-order my book. Do that. Do it. I promise. It's going to be great.